What's poppin', people? It's your boy, Juice, back at it again, getting how I live. You already know. And today's video, we really are getting it how I live, you could say. Or how I've lived, alright? So, today, we're going to be going over a little thing I like to call the trades. All right, gonna go over some of the things, some of the jobs, you know, that are involved in the trades that you think of when you think of trades. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanna give you a quick rundown in case you're looking for something to put your energy into that is worth your time and will make you into a better person and will just give your future a brighter look. All right, because you know the trades, bro. Fucking love them. I've done a lot of them, honestly, and that's what we're gonna be going over in this video. Gonna be going over what different trades are and ranking them from the best to the worst. And the three categories, or not the three categories, the five categories I have are gonna play a big part in where these bad boys lie. All right. The first one is gonna be injury. How likely you are to get injured. All right, and really how detrimental that injury might be. And then for the second point, we're going to be doing difficulty. The difficulty to learn and the difficulty to do, all right? That's also going to play into longevity. How long can you be doing this trade before you fucking die? Before we're going to see how taxing it is on your body, and just rank. That's going to also play into a ranking. And then obviously, how much does it pay? Because that's in the end, that's really what matters, right? And then, you know, a little added on, a crossover. How well does it apply? What things can you learn in that trade and then apply to other trades or other areas, other skills? All right. And then for a little bonus that really doesn't matter that much, we're going to do how likely is it going to be to get taken over by a robot. Now, you know, you might think, oh, trades, physical labor, fucking hand-on skills, those are going to be the first jobs to get taken by robots. Wrong. Newsflash, you dumb fucks. It's actually going to be the things like accounting, sales, fucking all the jobs that you just sit at your desk for. Damn near waiters. Bro, you see McDonald's? Bro, people are like, oh, $15 an hour minimum wage. Guess what? Robots, dumbass. Alright? So, honestly, most likely, not many of these are going to be getting taken over by robots. But, if they are, I'll let you know which one's the most likely. And everyone except for the bonus is going to be rated out of 5, and then we're just going to kind of add those up and see where they land. All right, so let's hop right up into this. As you can see, our rankings are from worst to best. Burnt toast, okay, that's the worst, because bro, that or wet toast, but burnt toast. All right, just toast, regular, schmegular, dry ass, slightly toasted bread. Lightly buttered toast. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of something. Not only do you got some bread, you got a little extra. All right, butter drenched toast. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. When you're up in a fucking Waffle House and they throw down them thick, juicy, just wet buttered toast. Some of the best. And then at the tippity top, a stick of butter wrapped in toast. All right? Those who know that it is the best. All right? Buttered, wrapped toast. Okay? All right, let's dive in deep with this. Starting off with arguably one of the best trades, one of the most diverse trades, one of the trades that really is all the trades in of itself, honestly, and that is going to be carpentry. All right? Now, carpentry, if you have a carpentry license or have gone through the carpentry apprentice and you're 2-4 years, bro, you can do anything. And honestly, I kind of struggled to kind of put a cap rate on a yearly salary for a carpenter, because if you're good at carpentry, you can fucking do anything, bro. You can build a whole damn house if you're just a carpenter. If you have a team or a crew of like 4 good carpenters, you can knock out a house quick as fuck. Like, basically anything that goes into construction anywhere needs a carpenter. Like, you can't do anything without a carpenter. So for that, I'm honestly gonna throw it up in the top tier. All right, just because every other trade, damn near every other trade, relies on a carpenter. When you think about it, it's fucking, you need carpenters to help you with the foundation, all right, to frame, right, to hang doors and shit, to finish off, or to install cabinets and whatnot, to lay down subflooring, to do finish, bro. Every step of the way, carpenters are right fucking there. All right. So for the pay, coming into it, right? If you're going straight into an apprenticeship, starting with an hourly, right? Most everything in this list is going to be starting with an hourly. You're probably looking somewhere at 20 to 25, right? For your first couple years starting, bro. Just as an apprenticeship, just learning the way, you're starting at around 20, right? And at I think 4 years or journeyman or whatever it is, you're looking at 30 to 35 an hour, I believe, from the research I was doing. And then at 7 years plus, right, you're looking at over 40, over 45, right? And really, that's only if you stick in the unions, all right? And this is going to apply to pretty much everything. If you decide to go out on your own with the knowledge that you have and really put in some work, again, in anything in the trades, if you can learn any of these skills, and that's the big appeal to it to me. You can learn any of these skills and really make it into a business and have guaranteed fucking business as long as you just do the work and you show up. Because especially right now, no one does this shit anymore for the most part. It's pretty much all old heads, and there's a few. Most of the time, it's the old heads fucking kids that are getting into it, because they see how much money their fucking parents make, and it's like, oh shit, like this is actually this is butter, bro. So, bro, you can easily make 6 figures by yourself if you get a crew. Bro, the sky's the fucking limit there. So for pay, that's top tier. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 on pay. Injury, that's a hit or miss, because if you're a dumbass, you can cut off your finger, right? But if you're not, it's like splinters. Maybe, and again, maybe you fucking drop a piece of wood on you or something. And I mean, if we're thinking just strictly carpentry, I don't know. I don't think there's really much other than cuts and splinters. If you're doing some crazy structural shit, I don't know. But again, like, that's not strictly carpentry. So we're kind of blurring the lines there. But if we're sticking strictly carpentry, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 on the injury scale. Longevity, easy 5 on longevity. Carpentry, bro, you're not really out here lifting heavy shit all the time. You're most of the time working with like 2x4s, maybe some bigger posts and stuff, some plywood and shit, trim. The most, is bending over, and as long as you make sure that you're good, stretch out and stuff. I'm giving longevity a 5 on carpentry. All right, most carpenters I know are in decent shape. Crossover, easy 5. Okay, easy 5. Whether it be fucking ironworking, where you're basically just a carpenter with iron, right? Whether it be fucking painting, bro, dude, whether it be fucking drywalling, bro, whether it be, I guess, maybe electric and plumbing, but dude, you're a carpenter, so you're around that shit a lot, so you're seeing this shit, but carpentry applies to damn near fucking everything, so I am going to give that a 5 on the crossover. Difficulty is, I'm gonna give difficulty a 4, cause it's really easy to get into, but it's hard to master. It'll take years to really master that shit. All right, you can be a decent carpenter, but in order to become a master carpenter, you're gonna have to be around for a while. As for the bonus, this shit is not gonna get taken over by robots anytime fucking soon. Okay, anytime soon. Do not see any way other than maybe it fucking chops. You have like a little robot that follows you around that just chops wood for you or some shit. I don't really know. I don't see carpentry getting taken over by robots anytime soon. Next one here is going to be plumbing. Now plumbing, I'm kind of generalizing a few different trades into one because in my personal opinion, I think they're all kind of just subsections of plumbing. So that's gonna be like steam fitting, boiler people, right? Welders to an extent, and I feel like that's all kind of in plumbing. Okay, shoot me, I'm probably wrong, but in my mind, that all is umbrellaed by plumbing. Okay. So, in the injury aspect, as I think about it, if I'm taking into account all of it, right? Steam fitting, plumbing, regular plumbing, housing plumbing, boiler installation, I'm gonna give it a 3. And that's because with steam fitting, you're welding, all right? You're dealing with really big ass pipes. Normal plumbers, you're not gonna usually get too fucked up. It's actually relatively lenient on that regard. But taking into account steam fitting and the boiler making with the big shit and just the welding, like if you're a plumber and you also weld, like that kind of adds a little bit of a danger. Okay. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 in the injury department. Again, fucking shoot me, bro, if I'm wrong. I don't really give a fuck. This is my opinion. Okay. So 3.5 on the injury scale for plumbing. Difficulty, I honestly, it doesn't look fucking hard, but it is. Okay. I'm going to give difficulty maybe like a 2.5, because that shit sucks, bro. Like if you even in residential, you have to go to a house that has a burst pipe and you have to wade through like shit water, okay? Or you have to as a steam fitter hoist a huge fucking pipe up and you're constantly bent over. It's kind of a grueling task at some points, and you're constantly sniffing in them fumes and shit. And you have to fucking hold on, bro. There was this one job I was at where this motherfucker had to sit, and it doesn't seem that fucking hard, but has to sit and drill just this huge fucking hole in it, like that. Who knows how fucking far it goes, bro. And when I was living in Florida, I don't know if this is technically plumbing, but it's with pipes and it's with water, so I'm gonna say it is. But they drill wells, right? And they come in with this big ass fucking truck with this big ass drill on it, and it just drills into. It's a huge fucking drill that just drills down until it hits water, right? This one dude, did it at our house, was fine. I guess the next day or the next job, he got his arm ripped off because somehow it just got fucking caught in the drill. Bro has no more arm. So that also plays into the injury. Maybe bring an injury down to 3. But difficulty, I'm going to give it 2.5. Because, and then you also have to read the fucking blueprints really difficultly, dude. And it just seems very, very confusing. But they do get, bringing that over to the pay side, they do get paid pretty fucking well. I believe, and then this is just from the research that I did, and just kind of knowing what usual prices go for in plumbing. Bro, I think new construction in let's just use a house for an example. For one plumber, one job, if it's just you're just you're the fucking company, you can make, you can quote for new construction, even doing what I'm doing over at the house that I'm doing updates on, for putting in all new plumbing, right? You can charge easily 10 grand. Easily 10 grand. And that will take maybe a week or so. Let's say 2 weeks. It's gonna take my guy over at the house that I've been doing updates on. Easily 2 weeks, and that guy actually quoted $21,000, bro, for that in 2 weeks. Granted, it is a little. I think it has like 6, 7 or so plumbers in that company there, but so you're gonna have like different profit margins. But bro, let's say it's just you. Easily say 10 to 15 grand for 2 weeks worth of work. Obviously, you gotta have to keep in mind of prices that you're gonna be paying for tools, for supplies and whatnot. But let's say even half of that, right, goes towards the necessary tools and whatnot that you need. Half of just 10 grand is 5, bro. You made 5 grand in 2 weeks. That's pretty fucking decent. Now what I'm going off of, which is just online, I think, starting apprenticeships make 40K a year around. I think that's on the lower side. I tried to round it down lower just so I'm not like hyping it up too much. But then at 4, I think 4 or so years, once you're a journeyman, easily 90K a year. Look it up, bro. Do some research. I did some research, and that's what I came up with for people in the union, for people working for a company, not just working for themselves. If you're out here fucking working for yourself, bro, let's say you work 2 jobs a fucking month and you're taking home 5 grand every 2 weeks, and that's 10 grand a fucking month before taxes. What is that? 120K a year? It's fucking decent, bro. Longevity wise, I don't know. I see some old ass plumbers. Again, they're in decent fucking shape. I know they have back problems a lot. A lot of them are pretty fucking overweight. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the younger guys aren't, but a lot of the older guys seem to be a little bit larger, but I think that's just lifestyle. I don't know. They're making stacks so they can eat, I guess, And I mean, you're not You tend to be able to kind of like sit down for the most part when you're just kind of like, at least in residential, just putting shit together. You are on ladders and shit a lot in commercial, I've seen, because most of the time the pipes are in the ceiling for the most part, or you have to do a lot of pipes through the ceiling. So I see them on ladders a lot there. But like longevity overall, I mean, you do have to think about them sniffing in them fumes. Bro, I met this one plumber that was brain dead, bro, and he was not much older than me, and I'm pretty sure his ass was huffing the fumes. I never saw him wear a mask when he was doing the glue shit, so I don't know what was going on there. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to give longevity maybe like a solid 3.5, maybe 4 if you're smart. Okay. And then crossover. Honestly, bro, plumbing, I mean, there's welding. I don't know, bro. I don't think really much crossover into other trades with plumbing. Plumbing is really like one of those specialized things. Whether you're a steam fitter, whether you're a boilermaker, maybe you kind of get a general understanding of structure and load dispersion and whatnot. Maybe cutting angles and whatnot. I don't know, bro. If you're smart, you can apply a lot of things to a lot of other things, but in general, I don't see much crossover with plumbing, so I'm gonna give that like a 2. Okay, 2 in the crossover category. And then getting taken over by robots. In some aspects, I want to say possibly just, in general, laying pipe. But in the near future, I'm saying you got pretty good security, because there's a lot of intricate shit that you have to do, a lot of intricate angles. Like they do have a lot of new tools coming out where it makes it a whole lot easier to put those tubes and pipes and whatnot together. Maybe welding would be a possibility to get taken over by robots, but overall in the near future, I don't see it getting affected too much by that. So with all that being said, we're going to go throw plumbing in butter drenched toast, because as much as it's mad good pay, it's decent on the body. The injury aspect, if you're dumb, I guess, the possibility to sniff glue until your brain is melted. Yeah, I'm gonna give it. It's good as fuck. Don't get me wrong, mad decent, but it's not quite as just good of an all around, just good skill as carpentry. Might be biased because I'm a carpenter's son, but hey, that's how we're rolling tonight. All right, we're not gonna go do all the good ones for all the big boys right away. Okay, we're gonna disperse it out. Let's do something a little different here. Laborers. Okay, laborers are honestly misjudged. I'm not gonna lie. Really looked at as pieces of throwaway shit in the ecosphere of construction. Looked down upon, not thought of as smart motherfuckers, because they're just laborers. They do whatever the fuck, right? You need laborers for pretty much anything though. Every trade usually needs a couple laborers around. They're just those guys that can just do shit. You don't need to be specialized in anything. You just gotta be, yeah, I'll do that. It could be fucking cleaning up the job site and just walking around and sweeping shit up. It could be cutting bricks. Yeah? It could be hauling shit across the field and setting it in another spot and probably having to take it back to the same spot you get it from. Alright? That's usually what laborers do. But that being said, laborers, if you want to get exposure to a bunch of different shit because you don't really know what you want to do for the rest of your life, if you're kind of a younger person, maybe just out of high school, you don't really know what the fuck you want to do, and you're trying to figure that shit out, I'm not gonna lie, laboring isn't a bad idea. You get exposure to a lot of different trades. Usually you're working through a temp agency, so you can kind of pick and choose when you want to leave and which ones you want to go check out. You get a mad amount of experience, so you can throw that on a resume if you're trying to apply to an apprenticeship and shit. You can say, yeah, I do have a little bit of experience. I kind of do know what the fuck is up. You could even get signed on to a company through laboring for them if they fuck with you and you kind of like have a good relationship with them. So laboring is a decent fucking move. All right. Now, getting into it, injury, very fucking, possible. Okay. You aren't really cared for that much. You're just a laborer. You will be doing the shit. Okay. You could just get thrown into a hole and kind of forgotten about because you're a laborer, okay? No one gives a fuck about you. If you're not dumb, though, it won't be that bad. But injury, honestly, I'm going to give it a 2 just because you're a fucking laborer, bro. Nobody gives a fuck, bro, honestly. It's like, yeah, I did this shit, all right? I'm speaking from experience. You could be a cool ass, bro. There was a few job sites where the motherfuckers fucked with me more than the others, and they had me do other shit, and were cool to me and took me under wing. Also, I was a younger kid, and some of these guys really wanted to be a dad, so got coached up a little bit. But honestly, bro, I think I was like 19. Came onto the site and they're like, yeah, go up to the 6th story. We're gonna have you walk on the fucking joists and throw down like 50, 60 pound concrete boards and screw them in. And hopefully you're tied off, because it's like, you're a laborer. You're gonna go fucking do whatever we tell you. So, injury, difficulty, I'm giving that a fucking 5, bro. Bro, they don't expect much from you, so it's not gonna be hard. It's gonna be pretty simple shit. Scoop this shit out of the hole and put it over there. Spray some water on the concrete as we go past, just simple shit. I'm giving that a 5, keeping it there, pretty quick, easy. Longevity, if you're deciding, laboring is my thing, you're gonna be ending up into a crippled ass little ball, and your back's gonna probably be fucked from carrying around 80-pound logs, just going into little crevices to grab shit, just doing bitch work for your whole life. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the longevity is great on laborers. Because which is tying into another thing, pay, not great. You're not getting paid well. I think like the max you can get paid as a laborer is like $50K. That is really pushing it, bro. Maybe if you start a temp agency, you can start making more, but I think that's pretty difficult, because no one wants to do that shit anymore. Other than ex-cons. So that'd be even more difficult. A lot of, and I mean, younger kids, I guess, and they're dumb as fuck. So you're working with some kind of annoying people. You're gonna get a good one in the bunch, like myself. Not to toot my own horn or anything. Every once in a while you'll get those, but most of the time you're dealing with like cons and fucking younger kids. Crossover, fucking A1, giving that one a 5, bro, because you get, like I said, I already went over this, experience from anything you fucking want. Everyone needs a laborer, so you can get a lot of experience and bring that to a lot of other things. Okay. Now getting taken over by a robot, honestly, fuck, bro, I think you're kind of at risk there, just because, I don't know, I feel like hauling shit can be done by a robot. Just like it'd be a decently easy thing to program. Digging a hole, I think that would be a pretty easy thing to make a robot do. It's mindless shit, you know? It's something that doesn't take a lot of brain power to do. So, you kind of at risk there. So with that, fuck, bro, because I'm really conflicted because it is really a good, learning experience. But if you're trying to do it as something forever, nah. Fuck, I wish I could put it between just toast and burnt toast, but you know what, bro? We're putting it just toast because it is something that I came up off of. There's always a place for everything, and I think laboring it deserves a little bit of respect. Okay. Now, let's hop into painting. All right. Another easy fucking breezy ass motherfucking job. Injury, no fucking shot, bro. Unless you somehow fall off of a boom that's like 7 stories in the air because like maybe the hydraulics went out or something. But even then, you're tied off. You're probably not going to get injured. Maybe fall off a ladder if you're stupid and you don't have someone maybe holding it down. I've definitely climbed up 3-story ladders, and that's mad sketchy, but you always have someone either down below you watching you or up above holding it, and usually the ladder is tied off. So injury, maybe other than the flick of your wrist because you're out here finessing things up. Yeah, injuries. I'm gonna give injury probably a 5, bro. Moving on to difficulty. Difficulty, bro. Bro, this shit is so easy, dude. Maybe I shouldn't say so easy. It's really easy to start and learn and pick up. It's a little bit more difficult, and probably in the medium range of difficult to master. Okay, because you got to be able to get straight edges, but also go fast and make sure it looks decent in a good amount of time. Painting is more of like a speed sport, okay? But also a what is it? Kind of a wait! I'm getting something. Finesse, okay? So difficulty, honestly, I'm giving it a 5 because it's pretty simple shit. Okay, as long as you're not completely fucking retarded. Longevity, honestly, as I think about it, I am going to give it a 3.5, which might seem kind of wild for those of y'all that are out here painting. But in my general experience, and I've had a decent amount of experience with painters because I was a painter for a while, they're dumb as fuck. Okay? That, bro, and I'm not trying to hate on a specific trade, but a lot of these motherfuckers are really dumb, bro. And I think it's because either they were just born that way or they're just huffing on paint. And I mean, bro, it's easy jobs kind of attract dumb people. It is a type of job that's like, bro, a good painter is really valuable, but a lot of fucking people just go there because it's easy, right? So, I mean, taking that into perspective, these motherfuckers, will fall off ladders, okay? They will not take care of their body. A lot of these motherfuckers like hobbling around because they just don't have good posture. They're constantly going up and down ladders, so like, their joints are kind of aching. They, again, don't take care of their body. Fucking don't wear masks when they're painting and spraying and shit. I've seen some good, some good shaped painters in their later years, but a lot of them are just kind of fucking brain dead and hobbling, which is surprising because it's fucking painting. But maybe that's just like old schoolers. I don't know. So I'm gonna give longevity. I'm gonna give that a 3.5 honestly. Pay, kind of mid tier. Okay, pretty mid. I'm gonna give that a 3. Okay, if you're working for a company, it's pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie. They do fucking hassle you. Dude, like, even though they need people, they will still try and fight you on pay, which is crazy. At least in most of the places that I worked, bro, they're just fucking bitches about pay, which is crazy because like you can get a decent amount of money off of running a company. You let's say you're starting off painting for the first couple of years, you're gonna be in like 30K max, bro. And this is coming from motherfuckers that I worked with that had been doing this shit for like 7+ years at the same place. They're only making like, I think $37 was the max an hour. And again, like, I think that motherfucker was 10 years, at least almost 10 years. And he was getting special treatment because he had worked at that same place for so long. So he was getting paid the most out of like the whole company of, I think, like 50+ painters. Yeah. So I don't do the math on that. I mean, he was working hella overtime, so there is that. That you will definitely have a lot of work because every fucking place needs paint. Whether you like it or not, everywhere needs paint. So you will have a lot of fucking work. But if you're working for a company, it's not going to be decent money at all. If you're working for yourself, bro, honestly, if you're good at it and you're quick, big checks. Even if you're not good at it, bro. Even if you're not fucking good at it, you can still make money just working with dumb contractors. Like the old contractor, the previous contractor I worked with. His dumbass knew that this motherfucker sucked. He had done a shit fucking job before. People told him not to use him again. What the fuck did he do? Used him again, paid him, and then was like, oh shit, he fucked me. Again. And then he tried to blame me for it. Like, are you shitting me? So, that just goes to show, even if you are bad at this easy job, you can still make a decent amount of money. But overall, still gonna put it at about 3. Crossover, not that much crossover. Now, I mean, if you're starting your own company, one skill that pairs very well with painting is drywalling. A lot of painters also drywall. So I mean, you know, and you do kind of you are working in close quarters with drywallers, so you can watch them. You do pick up some skills from them if you do it long enough. So there's a little bit of crossover. It's not completely void. So I will give it a 2. There is a lot of skills that mix and match well with each other, which I will bring in, you know, as I go over them. But for one, painters and drywallers, that's a very cohesive fit for like if you're trying to start your business, painting and also drywalling. Okay, so crossover, I'm gonna give it a 2. Overall, painting, it's going in lightly buttered toast. Okay, and on the robot thing, bro, while I was sitting there doing this shit, I was coming up with ideas on how to fucking automate this shit. It will happen sooner rather than later, at least in commercial, because there's a lot of big open walls. Really easy to just fucking do some weird little drone or robot that rolls or sprays. I'm gonna give that a fucking, yeah, you're getting popped by the robots pretty soon, painters. So if you can think of that shit before they do, that's how you're gonna make that money. So hey, on to the next, which is gonna be landscaping. So landscaping, another one of those jobs that's pretty easy to get into, but definitely very hard to master. But, bro, honestly, landscaping, bro, I love landscaping. As much as bro, and I'll get into it, but as much as it's fucking mad hard on my body and just dirty and very injury prone, bro, it is one of the most enjoyable fields I've been in. It's one of the most satisfying and damn near fulfilling fucking jobs that I've been in. Planting trees, making fucking hills, making riverbeds, making lakes, making gardens and shit, working just with plants and shit, bro, putting down grass. Just honestly, some very enjoyable work. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. It fucking sucks. You're in the sun, bro, all day. It gets hot as fuck. If you don't want to have sunburn, you're going to have long sleeves on, gloves, in the sun, in the middle of July. Fucking blows, bro. And you're going to want to wear pants, bro. If you're trying to really avoid skin cancer and stay alive, oof, fucking sucks. But never felt better than when I was doing fucking landscaping, bro. Being in the sun all day, you're gonna be drinking a hell of a lot of water, getting a lot of vitamin D, eating pretty fucking good, dude. Dude, just because I was around plants and shit so much, I was eating more fucking berries and fruits and shit for some reason. Obviously still eating that fucking protein goals and shit, but eating a lot. I don't know, bro. As much as it sucks and it's hard, it is mad good for you. So, getting in the categories here. Injury, I'm going to give it a 3. Because it can be really fucking good for you a lot of this shit applies to if you're fucking dumb or not. Bro, there's a lot of dumbass motherfuckers in the trades. I know, people want to say that it's not, but there are a lot of dumbass motherfuckers in the trades. Maybe it is just a universal thing. There's just a lot of dumb motherfuckers in general. But it does seem like there's a lot more dumbass motherfuckers in the trades. On the other hand, there are some really, really, really smart-ass motherfuckers in the trades, okay? But they are heavily outweighed by dumbasses. So, I'm going to give the injury a 3. Because if you're not fucking paying attention, you can get tossed over by a bob, But if you're on top, if you actually give a fuck about yourself, because a lot of motherfuckers in the trades don't give a fuck about themselves and usually just want to die because they're just dumb, bro. A lot of people, for some reason, use physical labor as a last resort rather than being proactive and taking care of yourself and seeing this shit as something that actually fucking builds you and keeps you fucking strong, because there are some motherfuckers that do that, and you can tell. There are some big motherfuckers that give a fuck about themselves that are older and they've been on that wave and they look good as fuck. A lot of other motherfuckers, skinny, drink every fucking day, 6-pack on the way to home, chain smoking cigs, usually doing blow in the fucking porta potties or some shit, and you can just tell. But if you give a fuck about yourself, landscaping is a good fucking spot, to make a career in, okay? And if you just like being outside, if you enjoy the nature, landscaping is fire. But still giving it a 3. Skin cancer, very, very rampant if you're not careful. Dehydration, if you're not taking care of your body, you will fuck it up. Difficulty, like I said, pretty easy to get into, hard to master, but it's something that for some reason you just want to master. And even if you fucking hate physical labor, I feel like you will end up just loving doing this shit, because it's something about, I think, just innately in humans working with the ground. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people, I feel like, me at least, getting that dirt in your hands just gives you that primal feeling, I don't know. But difficulty, I'm gonna give that a 4. Hard to master, easy, 3.5. Hard to master, easy to learn, and enjoyable to learn and to do. Longevity, kind of already touched on that. You could be a fucking super jacked dude, bro, and be a landscaper and use that shit to keep up. Bro, it really is like a fucking a fitness person's dream to be a landscaper. Not even gonna lie, if you know how to do it, and if you actually are willing to put in the time. Because bro, when I started landscaping is really when I started doing my fitness shit. Like that's when I first started like waking up early, you know, stretching, taking care of my shit, you know, eating right, eating good, making sure I got my macros in. I wasn't going to the gym, but I was seeing results because I was outside. I was doing physical labor. Um, I was doing shit that beefed you up. And bro, even motherfuckers that I worked with were like, damn, bro, like you're looking decent. There was it, bro. The boss that I had at the point was kind of fucking weird. Uh, Great dude, but a great like old guy. I think he, you know, just baked in the sun, you know, too much. Bro, it was like, because you can take your shirt off. They don't give a fuck. You can walk around in shorts and just as long as you're working most of the time, they don't really give a fuck. Maybe some outfits aren't cool with that, but the one that I was in really didn't give a fuck. And he's like, he came up on me, he was like, damn, Juice, you're looking like a Greek god. And I'm like, bro, and that was ended up being like the joke for the summer, like I'm out here like a Greek god or some shit. Granted, I was far skinnier than I am now, but hey, you know, landscaping pretty good with the longevity. I am going to give it. I'm gonna give it a 4. Injury is gonna be a 3. Longevity is a 4. All right. And then moving on to pay, it isn't that great. I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna have to give it like a 2.5, because usually you're making like maybe 30K if you're a worker, and if you're like a supervisor of a crew, maybe you're making 50. If you're the owner, I don't know. You're probably able to make 6 figures. I feel like it'd be a little difficult, but if you're bringing in bigger jobs, you know, doing like, I don't know, some office buildings and whatnot, you know, have some recurring bigger jobs where you know, you do go out and like maintain their area, their yards and shit. I don't know. You could probably be making 6 figures if you're a owner, possibly, you know, after a few years, because you do need to get some big tools like bobcats and stuff. So, or and dump trucks, not dump trucks, but like big trucks that you need a CDL for. So there's a lot that goes into it if you're making a big outfit. But I mean, I don't know. I don't see why you can be making 6 figures. A lot of these, pretty much all of these, bro, if you go out on your own and you put time into a business, you can pretty easily make 6 figures if you just put in the time, put in the energy, and you grind it. It's in the range, well within the range of possibilities to be making 6 figures after really putting time in, right? Landscaping is one of those. So pay, fuck, bro. I'm gonna have to give it a 3. This is a very in the middle of the road trade, landscaping. So I'm giving it a 3. And crossover, because there is some times where you'll be doing like making like a wall, right? And you have to, you know, snap lines, use a level. You know, sometimes read blueprints to look figure out where the trees that you're planting are going. You know, figuring out bushes and stuff, crossover, and you know, driving the fucking bobcats and the forklifts and stuff. You know, if you get a CDL, that's very useful in that domain. Yeah, bro. I'm giving landscaping a 3 on the crossover. And the robot, maybe, bro. Robots could, as I think about it, robots could definitely do landscaping. Landscaping is a really middle of the road. You hate it or you love it. It's going in lightly buttered toast. Moving on to insulators / drywallers. Just because a vast majority, I don't ever see insulators just insulating. They're either doing insulating and drywalling, right? That's pretty much the only time I see it. So insulators and drywallers, because you gotta put the fucking insulation in, and then you're covering it up with drywall, so it just kind of bada bing, bada booms. And if you add painting onto that, even more so. It's kind of like a big thing. But there's more just painting companies than there are painting, drywalling, and fucking insulating companies. I've definitely done a decent amount of drywall to this day because it's a very easy skill to learn. It's not too hard to master, honestly. Injuries not too bad. I don't really see many injuries in drywall. I've genuinely actually never seen someone be injured by drywall, like in drywalling. And maybe a bunch of sheets fall on you somehow. Yeah, I don't. No detrimental injuries in the drywalling department or insulating department. I'm giving that a 4.5. No, I'm giving it a 5. 5 on the injury department with insulators and drywallers. Difficulty, pretty easy. Honestly, really satisfying too. Getting those fucking clean edges and shit. Bro, it's a very satisfying job. I understand why a lot of people like doing it. Insulating, I mean, you're just throwing shit in gaps. So it's like, there's also insulating on the outside, like weather wrapping, which is semi-dangerous because you might be going up high, but I mean, not really because you're tied off. And it's pretty easy to learn as well. I did it while I was a painter because this motherfucker subbed us out up in Green Bay. It was just fucking ridiculous, but I literally didn't do shit. I just walked around this gigantic fucking construction site for like weeks, for like a month, I think. Didn't do anything. Damn near nothing, bro. There was one time where I had to hop up in this boom with this motherfucker that was drunk as shit, and he had to go up 7 stories, and I'm like, fuck no, bro. I don't like heights personally, and this motherfucker had me in a boom with this motherfucker taking shooters, bro. He would duck off into one of the little balconies that were unfinished, take a shot, one of those little bottles, boom, flash it back, fireball, and keep on driving. And he was operating. I'm like, fuck no, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Get me down from here. So that was whack. But difficulty with the drywallers, insulators, not hard. Giving that easy 5. Longevity, again, based on dumbness. But I honestly don't see many really stupid-ass drywallers. A lot of them do things right. And I mean, they wear masks. They wear, the proper suit to spray insulation, do insulation wearing gloves, don't have that fiberglass in there. So, I mean, based on that, bro, I mean, it is difficult. You got to be picking up the fucking drywalling. So that does tax your body after a little while. Holding that shit up there. Like, doing drywalling on ceiling is fucking hard, bro. I'm going to give longevity a 4. On drywalling, insulating. Pretty decent gig. Pay is going to have to get a 3. It is, again, if you're on your own, fucking, you can make decent bread. But if you're working for a company, they're kind of some bitches, bro. They don't really respect you that much in drywalling because it's a very easy fucking job to learn. So if you're, I feel like it's a pretty high turnout rate. But then again, if you're tightly knit, maybe not. But pay, as far as I know, not that great. So I'm giving that maybe a 2. I'm giving that a 2. All right. Crossover. I mean, you'll know how. Honestly, bro, I was about to say you're gonna know how to read a tape, but nowadays everything is marked on the fucking boards for you, pretty much. Especially in commercial. Usually they have motherfuckers just go through, put in all the big sheets. And then they have specialized motherfuckers that are a little bit more experienced come in and fill in the smaller parts and do the cuts. So, crossover, I'm giving it a 2. Yep, doing 2, bro. With that, I know it had higher scores in the beginning, but I'm throwing it. Ooh, I'm really tempted to throw it up here, but it's going in the lightly buttered toast. Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving. I gotta push on, bro. It's almost 9 o'clock and I still haven't eaten dinner, so yeah, we're gonna have to keep it pushing. I'm actually gonna start this rice real quick. Roofing, which is another great trade that pairs well with many other things. The majority of roofers that I see will also be doing siding and windows. Okay? Thinking of really just like the exterior of houses, just exterior work, roofers usually have it covered. Even damn near like some places will have maybe the carpenter and shit will put up the trusses and whatnot. But sometimes maybe not even. Maybe the roofers will even sometimes do the trusses, but it kind of depends on the really experience of the actual roofing company. But yeah, bro, roofers, they definitely do a decent amount. Getting into categories, injury, very prone to injury because most of the time you're not tied off, and yeah, bro, honestly, I did roofing for a little while. You're not tied up. You have to climb up high as fuck. You're in the sun all the time. So again, back with the landscaping thing of having to wear lots of clothing in the hot summer months. Okay. Heat stroke hits a lot of motherfuckers if you're not doing it right. Injury, I'm putting it at I'm putting it at a 2 because there's another one that we're going to be going over that's definitely worse. But injury, bro, I mean, could even be a 1.75, okay? So, yeah. And then difficulty kind of depends on what kind of roofing you're doing. I mean, shingling isn't that hard. OCB, or I'm not entirely sure the initials of it, but it's the fucking foam and tar, like for flat roofs that you usually do with a gravel on the top. Fuck, that shit sucks, bro. I did it in bro. Fucking, I don't like roofing, honestly. I did it for a while. It's not that great. It's really not fun. It's not that hard. I'm gonna say, but it is fucking, it's grueling work, It is difficult. Maybe that goes more into longevity, but difficulty, I'm gonna put it in the middle and hit it with a 3. Okay. Siding too, bro. Siding sucks. Windows is pretty easy, but I don't know. I'm kind of sticking with this overarching thing of roofing. And if you're a roofer and you might still do all that stuff, but if you're generally a roofer, fuck, bro. Longevity, bro. The old people that I see doing roofing look like they are dead, but for some reason they're just still walking. They look crispy. Fuck, bro. They just look dead, dude. And their body just looks like it hurts all the time. Longevity, I'm putting that at a fucking 1, bro. Roofers do not have longevity. In my personal experience, not that great. On top of that, the pay sucks. Unless you're the owner of the company, which again is just that one fucking thing that pretty much applies to every single one of these. Unless you're the contractor, the man in charge, even then you probably were doing this shit, so you're probably still taking some decent hits while you're doing it. So fuck, I mean that's not pay, but yeah, bro. I mean, I know the people that run the companies do make decent bank because they pay their people like shit. Mainly because a lot of roofers are not great people. A lot of roofers are I mean, not everyone, like in all things, not everyone, but most roofers are the types you have to pay in cash, or just aren't great people that can't get jobs anywhere else, because yeah, you're not dealing with the greatest people in roofing. So I mean, pay is pretty mid. I think you are like guaranteed to get a good 30 out of it if you're like a regular person, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if you're like managing, you're getting 50, like if you're managing the crew. If you're owning it, I can see you getting six figures, honestly. If you're really out here like putting in the work, maybe multi-state, kind of shit. If you're working in always summer area where you can always work, because roofing is something you have to do when it's not raining. You have to check the weather, make sure it doesn't rain, make sure there's no snow. Usually you don't want to be out there when it's cold because it's icy, you could slip and fall. There's people that still do it, and it sucks. But yeah, roofing on the pay, that's getting it 2.5. Crossover, I mean, you got the siding, you got the windows if that's part of the outfit that you're in. But strictly roofing, you know how to fucking use a nail gun maybe. But yeah, I don't really see much happening on the crossover. So that's, honestly, I'm giving that a 1.52, bro. Roofing, bro, I was honestly gonna say that no fucking trade is getting burnt toast, but roofing, I don't even give a fuck if you're salty, bro, because you're probably a shitty person if you really love roofing, bro. And you probably look like burnt toast too. So yeah, roofing is going to be the only spot that gets burnt toast, I think. Cause yeah, roofing sucks, bro. Like, fuck, dude, I don't like roofing. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just a pussy though. Maybe I just don't have the balls and just the grit to just grind through 10, 12-hour days fucking in the sun on top of a black surface that's attracting intense amounts of rays and heat in the middle of July, getting covered in tar and just, yeah, maybe I'm not cut out for it. Okay, you could say that. I don't like roofing. It's burnt toast. Let's niche down here a little bit here and do an elevator constructors, which honestly didn't really realize was a trade. But if you think about it, you can niche down a lot of different things and get a lot of different shit out of it. Like with the plumbing shit, you can niche down, be a steam fitter. You can be a boiler installer or whatever it is. You can. There's more to that too, bro. There's the underwater welders that do that shit and like weld pipes underwater and shit, which make crazy bank. Okay, carpenters that are fucking strictly framers, just framers. Painters that only paint exteriors or trains or fucking airplanes and shit. You can niche down and you can, most of the time make more money than if you were just a fucking painter, right? So, in honor of that, and just because I thought it was kind of cool as I was doing my research here, elevator constructors, which I believe is kind of a subsect of electricians, if I'm not being completely retarded. I've only worked in a few places that ended up having elevators. Didn't really get to talk to elevator constructors that much. But from what I researched, injury, they die a lot. There's like 33% of them die every year or something. Like it's kind of wild. Okay, so and dipping into the electrician's field, bro. Electricians fucking a dangerous work because one wrong move and you get electrocuted to death, and you really can't escape it unless someone is near you to fucking pull you off of it. So, injury, I'm gonna give that a 1. Okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know that much about this trade. Just something that I thought was cool and figured I'd throw it in there. But yeah, injury, not looking great. From what I saw, I don't think you're really out here getting like injured, but you're getting killed. So that kind of raised the bar there, or like lowered it, I guess. And yeah, injury is a 1. Difficulty, fuck yeah, that seems pretty fucking hard. It definitely seems like it's something that would be very difficult to learn. But once you learn it, and this is complete speculation. All right, this is opinion. But once you learn it, I feel like you're set, because it's an elevator. I feel like there's not much change to a mechanical, just the plans of an elevator. Maybe the outside, maybe the look of the inside. Maybe there's bigger elevators, there's smaller elevators. But overall, I feel like you're kind of just making the same thing over and over again. I feel like, there's probably a step process. It's kind of, you install an elevator. Okay, so fuck, I'm putting in the middle. I'm giving it a 3. It's kind of like the same as easy to learn, hard to master, hard to learn, easy to master. I don't know, but I'm giving it a 3. Longevity. Now, that's where putting something in that I don't know much about, kind of detrimental to the video, but I feel like longevity, I don't feel like you're doing too much to really fuck your body up. Yeah, I'm giving a longevity, just because I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 4. I want to say 4.5, but I don't know, so I'm gonna give it a 4. But just basic understanding and thinking about it. Pay though, bro. These motherfuckers get paid, dude. Like, easily in the 6 figures once you're doing it. Like, I was seeing that you start off at like 50, like easily at starting off at 50 if you're learning how to do it, which is really good, honestly. Like, making 50K a year for doing something that you've been doing for a year, that I don't think you really need any qualifications to get. Maybe you have to pass some tests and stuff. Maybe you have to be physically fit, but decent money, bro. Like, I was seeing 100K plus on someone that's been doing it for a couple of years. So that's good money, bro. I think mainly because people are dying hard on it, but fuck, bro, if you don't give a fuck, money in the bank, and maybe just do it for a little while and save up and move on to something else. Take those, become an electrician or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, fucking pay, mad decent. Crossover, the only thing I can see having crossover is a mechanic, bro, because I think you're dealing with engines and shit. Maybe not the typical engine, but regardless, machines, motors, okay? And electricians. So that's decent, because electricians, that's big money. I'm gonna give it a 3. Just because it's not a lot, but it's good. It's good crossover. It's a good trade to have crossover with. So that's getting a 3. And then robotics, I don't really see it getting replaced with robots. I don't see how that would happen, really. I'm honestly gonna throw this in butter drenched toast, just because of the pay. I know the injury is not great, but it is outweighed by the fact that you're probably gonna be in good shape at the end of it. Not gonna be fucking crippled and shit. Hella good pay, and decent crossover, okay? 5 more here, boys. Let's power through them here real quick. I'm gonna come in with another heavy hitter, electrician. Electrician injury, kind of the same as the elevator constructor, just because, again, very, very prone to death. Literally was walking an electrician through the house, again, that I've been updating, and he's like, yeah, this one dude I know just fucking died because he, I don't know, some didn't disconnect the wire or some shit and grabbed it and he got fried, or maybe he didn't die but he fucked up his hand really bad. I feel like pretty much every electrician I talk to knows someone that has gotten fucked up in that job. So injury, I'm putting it at a 1. Difficulty doesn't really seem that difficult. The hardest part I feel like is wiring it and figuring out the wires. But once you have that down, I don't see it being too fucking hard. It's really not that difficult at all, honestly. From the electricians that I've been seeing work, and who I haven't actually like worked with them, but I've had them do the jobs on the jobs that I'm on. You know what I'm talking about? Like project manager type shit. So, I mean, electricians, hard to learn, easy to master maybe, because it doesn't seem that hard. I think there's some maths that is in there, but if you're good at, you know, decent at math, if you're not just a complete dumbass, I think you have to have gotten a C or a B in algebra in high school. I think that's how that works, and you can just go in, or you have to take a test and get a certain score, and I think it's primarily math, because you have to kind of like figure out the watts and shit and whatnot. But after a while, I think it just kind of like, you know, oh yeah, it's the same. I feel like there's not, again, sue me if I don't fucking know, but I don't feel like there's that many different calculations that you have to do with the different watts and stuff. But it is very detrimental that you get those right. So difficulty, I'm giving it a 4. Okay, it's pretty decent. And then longevity, that's gonna get a 4 to 4.5. You're not really picking up heavy shit. The heaviest thing I've seen an electrician pick up is the wire, which is pretty heavy, you know. But bro, they have dollies for that. They literally have just wire spool dollies, you know. So it's like it's pretty breezy on you. I don't see many electricians really fucked up. Usually they're doing pretty good, honestly. So longevity, I'm giving it a 5. As long as you're not getting shocked up a bunch. Yeah, longevity, getting a 5. Pay, 5, bro. Pay is getting a 5 because you make bank as a fucking electrician. Like 50 starting out, I think, and then easy 6 figures, at least 100K, at least 90 in the end. Okay. And if you fucking start your own company, bro, again, just easily 6 figures, dude. I haven't dealt with enough electricians like to know their pricing very well yet, because some of them will do it by like the foot of the wire or some shit, and then like how many outlets they have to fucking hook up, and like light fixtures and stuff. And then some of them will just do it by the job. Some of them will do it by the hour. So I'm not entirely sure, you know, the whole price structure there. But I do know that they always have very nice tools. They always have very nice trucks. And I know that they make bank. Okay, so pay is getting a 5. And then crossover, you know, you can niche down and do specific types of electrician work. You know, there's the fucking the power lines and stuff like that, which is height plus electric, so that I'm pretty sure you make good ass fucking money on. You know, like there's the fucking elevator constructor. I feel like electric is a trade you can niche down very much in and make more money than just being a regular, you know, commercial residential electrician. So crossover in that regard, I'm gonna give it a 3. Honestly, electrician, I know plumbers are gonna be mad, but I'm going to be putting it up in a stick of butter wrapped in toast, cause it's a fucking good trade. Yeah, you're liable to die, but bro, the future of electricians, obviously, same with plumbing. You know, everything's gonna need plumbing, but I feel like there's gonna be constant evolution in the electrician field, and like underwater power lines. I don't know, fucking underground power lines is what I was originally gonna say, but yeah, bro, I see electricians really coming up. So moving on, HVAC, up and coming, really up and coming, honestly. They make fucking bank. I'm not entirely sure what was going on beforehand, but for some reason there's just been, HVAC has been raising in price. Maybe it's just because there's more being done in that division. You know, HVAC is fucking heating, venting, that kind of stuff, fans and whatnot, AC. Yeah, that for some reason they're really coming out of the woodworks, popping up, bro. Bro, getting up in the top 3 with fucking plumbing and electricians. It's right next to them is HVAC right now for some reason. Bro, that motherfuckers. The injury is really low because you're not dealing with heavy shit. Yeah, I mean, I think HVAC is pretty fucking safe. I didn't find too many injury, cases and stuff while I was doing research. And just in general speaking, there's a couple of HVAC workers that I work with. They love their job. It seems very fucking easy, honestly. But injury-wise, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 just because I'm not a fucking expert and I don't know. But from what I hear, it's not that death-defying, right? Difficulty, I mean, it's kind of like fucking plumbing, bro. It's just with air, It's, and the vents are, the ducting is really light. I feel like it's another one of those hard to learn, but pretty easy to master because it follows a really, strict set of rules, right? And it really kind of like depends on how fast you can get it done, really, right? Maybe there's some really crazy good duct workers, and they're just out here fucking Picassos of ducks, and they're just out here fucking doing crazy, conch shell things with their fucking ducks. I don't know, bro. But the difficulty, I feel like, is another, just hard to learn, easy to master. So I'm gonna put it at a 3. That's a good spot for something like that. Like I already was previously speaking on with the pay, it is fucking fat. I feel like they're going to be getting paid more soon. From what I've seen in the residential area, they do quick work, and it seems like if you can just get jobs done quickly, like with everything, it increases how much you can make, right? So, I mean, pay, I think average is I was just starting is like 40K, and then it's really the sky's the limit. It seems if you end up doing it by yourself, and I'm not entirely sure if you're when you're working for a company. I think at least 80 to 90 is a good shooting 4 point. But definitely in the 6 figures if you're doing it yourself. Okay. And then crossover, I don't see much crossover. Maybe you're learning framing and stuff just because you need to get through it and whatnot. But shit, yeah, I don't see much crossover. But I mean, overall, solid, and it definitely deserves a spot in the butter drenched toast. All right, let's get on to these last 3 here. Masons, okay. Injury is definitely easy to do because you're picking up heavy shit. I've definitely done a decent amount of masonry related jobs, like granite countertops, bricklayers. Those are the 2 that I've worked with for a little while. I mean, if you're doing the granite stuff, very easy to throw out your back, and that's that can the last that lasts. Bricklayers, just speaking off the experiences that I've had, bricklayers, you have to go up pretty high sometimes, at least in commercial, right? And I don't see them tied off at all. And there's definitely like holes in the floor because they're okay. So like, think of this big platform, right? And then there's two pillars that this platform like grabs onto. It's like a square ladder, okay? And this platform will grab onto these. It's kind of got like a wheel that keeps grabbing on, and it pulls it up. And then as you're going up, right, you're putting new rungs on top of the pillars so that you can keep going up. And the only way to get down from there is to go through this hatch that you then climb down the rungs on. So you could be, I don't know, 5 stories, 7 stories high, and if you need to take a piss, you're either gonna have to hold it, or the only way down is maybe, hopefully, usually I guess you can probably hop through a window or something and get down, or something like that. But if you don't, I mean personally I would hold that shit, but you're gonna have to climb down this sketchy ass fucking railing thing, ladder piece of shit, and then climb the fuck back up. So, and again, I don't see them getting tied off, or at least I didn't. Maybe that outfit was just garbage, but yeah. You don't have to really carry up the bricks, because there's usually a crane or something that will bring it up there for you. Injury though, I don't see many like actual job related injuries. Maybe breathing in the fucking dust and shit. But injury wise, I'll give it a fucking 3, bro. Because, if you pick some shit up wrong, it can throw out your back. But, you're not really in direct danger. Maybe a 3.5. And then difficulty, honestly, pretty easy. You're laying bricks for the most part. Maybe some of those more intricate works, it's more experience, right? So honestly, easy to learn, hard to master. That is going to be a 4. Longevity, definitely. I don't see, like, the masons that I worked with don't look great. They're usually got fucked up fucking posture. Usually their shoulders are blown out or some shit. There are some, bro, there was this one kid that I went to school with that ended up being a mason, and he was huge. And then I saw him in high school, and then I saw him later on in life as a mason on one of the jobs I worked on, and he was fucking gigantic, arms huge, bro. And so, I mean, if you're like a bodybuilder or something, maybe that's a great fucking job for you. So that kind of conflicts me a little bit. So, I mean, a mason for longevity wise, I'll give that a 3.5. Because again, if you're smart, anything can be great for longevity. I feel like. But if you're dumb, it could be fucked, and that's a very easy one to be dumb in. So that's going to be a 3.5. Pay is not great. From the ranges that I was looking at, you're in like the solid mid-tier range. So I'm going to give that a 3, like 30K to maybe 90. If you're, again, niching down, you can probably make more, but I don't really know. And then crossover, I don't know. I don't fucking think there's that much crossover in masonry. That's going to set my masons pretty mid-tier, lightly buttered toast. Ironworkers, okay? Ironworkers, I spoke on this earlier, are basically carpenters, but bigger and more hardcore, okay? I'm not going to say they're better, but they're pretty fucking hardcore. These motherfuckers build skyscrapers, dog. They obviously, play a big role in doing the foundation for residential areas, but these motherfuckers build buildings, bro. These motherfuckers go hard. Bro, mad respect for them, but I would never do any ironworking in the commercial sense. There's like factory iron workers that make things and shit. Like sheet metal workers and whatnot. That's a little different. I'm talking about iron workers in the trades, bro. These motherfuckers risk their lives daily on this shit. Like standing on top of posts while beams are being dropped down to them from cranes most of the time, because it's iron, so most of the time nobody's picking that shit up, and they're tied off like 80 stories in the fucking air. Yeah, bro. That shit's wild to me. So iron workers, bro, comes with the territory. Mad dangerous because you're tied off with a little cable walking around on these fucking, who the fuck knows how the fuck you got up there. But yeah, you're up there. Mad dangerous. Injury, bro, I would give this negative numbers if I could. Bro, this should get a 0 on the injury danger scale, okay? But it's getting a 1. So, yeah, difficulty, I feel like this shit is mad fucking difficult. Basically mainly just because you're dealing with balance and fucking not dying, okay? There's welding and shit in this. I feel like this is difficult to learn. So I mean, fuck, dude. I'm giving them a fucking 1.5, maybe a 2 on difficulty, just because it seems very fucking hard and hard work. Longevity, I don't think you're picking much shit up. I don't think you're having but like I think you do too. Like you're breaking your fucking back. All these motherfuckers look huge, bro. Like they look like they're fucking big. Yeah. Longevity. I don't know. I don't know enough about this to really be speaking on it. I know they need the respect where it's due. Like if I'm making a list about trades, it's disrespectful to not put these motherfuckers in there. So, I mean, but longevity, bro, I'm giving this a 2. I'm giving this a 2, just because it seems like very difficult work. Obviously, you can take care of yourself and make sure that you're good. But yeah, ironworkers seems very fucking hard. Pay, I think pay is pretty good though, because again, you are risking your life. Probably not getting paid enough, but from what I was seeing, they are getting like at a base, amount like 50-ish a year to, well into the 6 figures, decently into the 6 figures. I'm not entirely sure on that. I don't really trust the fucking sites that have these prices on there, because I mean, looking at the ones that I know, like that shit didn't match up at all. So it's like, and that's really the only way I can figure out about ironworkers. If there's any ironworkers watching on this, feel free to tell me what the fuck is up. But from what I was seeing, it was like 50 to 90 to 100, right? Depending on experience, which I feel like is still not enough. But if I was getting paid 6 figures, I'd have to be getting paid like 120 a year, bro, to at least to fucking be up in 80 stories high, dude. Fuck that, bro. Yeah, so pay I'm giving him a decent score on, but bro, compared to what they're having to do, fuck, is it? I don't know. I'm gonna put it in a 3. Crossover, I feel like if you can do ironworking in the regard that I'm talking about, you can fucking do anything. So I'm giving it a 5. And then robot, no, I don't. Fuck, maybe robots are gonna be starting to do this shit because no one wants to do that shit because that shit's fucking the death wish. So maybe, I don't know. And as much as they got a low score, bro, that is just out of respect. You're getting top tier because no one wants to do this, but it needs to be done in order to make some really dope shit, and I respect that. So you are getting the top tier. You're up there. I really do think that is a very dope profession. This is a personal bias. Maybe not, maybe it shouldn't be up there, but it's going up there because That shit's crazy. And then, last but not least, operating engineers. Motherfuckers that drive dump trucks. This gig is sweet. They do bulldozers. They fucking just drive things. I know they work long hours, but bro, that shit's sweet. You're sitting all day in AC or heat. I feel like it's not that hard. That is a very sweet gig. Injury, 5. You're inside a fucking vehicle. Unless you somehow tip that shit or, fuck something up and that's your own damn fault. Bro, this is a 5, okay? Difficulty, 5, bro. Shit seems easy. All you're doing is, doing some dials and stuff. Like, maybe the crane operators is hard, but easy to learn and easy to master. Maybe, again, crane operators, because that's like really delicate stuff. But overall, that's a 5, okay? Pretty easy. Longevity, I mean, as long as you're doing stretch, bro, you're sitting all day, so like, I don't know, bro. But again, sitting all day, fuck. I mean, you're not really doing too much to fuck yourself over other than sitting all day. Fuck, I want to give it a 5, but I think it's gonna get a 3. Pay, they do get paid out the ass. I don't know why, because it seems very fucking easy, but you are in control of a gigantic machine, so there's that. But pay is getting a 5 for the amount of work that you actually have to do. Crossover, you're just driving shit. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. You do see a lot of shit. You do probably pick up on a few things. I'll give it a 3. Okay. Operating engineer is a really sweet gig. If you're doing it, hey, bro, shout out to you for being a lazy ass bitch. But hey, respect to it, because I was planning on being a crane operator, or just doing operating engineer in general, because that shit is sweet, and it didn't seem like a lot of work, and it just seemed cool as fuck. So yeah, and again, didn't have to do shit. So hey, that one's getting butter drenched toast. And honestly, the robots are probably gonna take over that pretty quickly. Just so you know, I don't. It's the easier the fucking gig, the easier it's gonna get taken over. So, hey, with that, bro, it's past my bedtime. This took 2 fucking hours to record for some reason. Hopefully, it doesn't come out to that. But damn, bro, this shit took way fucking longer than I thought. So, hey, I appreciate y'all fucking watching. Hopefully, this gave you a little inspiration on what you want to do for your career. Yeah, trades are dope. But hey, with that, I'm gonna scarf down this food and get the fuck to bed. I appreciate y'all. I bless y'all, and love y'all too. Bang bang.